Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go again.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. To the air right away is Brady. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's got some breathing room. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Brady's throw there complete, and they're going to get this down to about the 37. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Brady now on first down. Got a man complete to Miller. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Touchdown! Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Holmes. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
One play action. Fields airing it out deep for Smith. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Here's Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Brady to Gage for a Tampa first.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Point after try forthcoming. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. The 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw.
They'll find Fournette again here.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Up the gut, Fournette.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 123 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On first down, Brady. Over the middle to Evans.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Second down at 5.
To throw, it's Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 and the 44. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
It's caught by Sanders. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. To the air again, Fields. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards for number 11. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Off play action, Fields.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Throwing again is Fields.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
From way up at the 23.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half two.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
Right back to Sanders on first down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Sanders is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Sanders again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Miles Sanders, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Brady now on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Jordan Davis
gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And we all know how talented this guy is. Who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out in the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Fields.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 23 yards the pickup there. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
A pass underneath for Fournette, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. Brady to throw again. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
54 yards on the ground for him so far.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
An option handoff given to Sanders.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Play action. It's Fields.
And this is caught by Watkins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8. Now, things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for your kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this...